Hey everybody, it's Christine and welcome to my channel. This series I am doing meals from the garden, and today, we are going to do the classic spaghetti and meatballs. So we are going to start with these beautiful tomatoes. So we're gonna get a lot of these guys, and let me swing over to some of the herbs that I'm gonna be using. Okay, some more rogue tomatoes from last year, but here is some of the basil and oregano there. I do have garlic, but I'm going to use the garlic that's already in the refrigerator. So anyway, if you're interested in this video, sauce and meatballs, stay tuned, and let's hit it. These are the fresh picks from the garden, so you can see I just I don't stick to one kind of tomato, whatever I have available to me. So tomato sauce takes a lot of tomatoes, so I pulled some extras from the refrigerator that we had already harvested maybe a couple days ago. So we have our garlic, and this is also fresh picked. This is the oregano, basil, and you don't have to use peppers. That was just some of the lot from today that I picked. But with that said, you can make your sauce any way you like. You can throw in onions, mushrooms, whatever you got. But anyway, let's put that aside. But anyway, a shout out to my neighbors. They are so generous. That's Older Peaches. She just gave me peaches today, and brand new string beans. Oh my goodness. Let me cut away and I'll show you how I processed those the other day. Okay, so here's the green beans that we got maybe 4 days ago. I'm not quite sure. You can see it's the 17th and today's like the 21st or something. So anyway, so what I did was I just cut up the green beans and then stuck them in a freezer bag, sucked up all the air and tossed them right into the freezer. So that's easy. Actually, I don't know how to can, so that's why I didn't do that. So anyway, back to the tomato sauce. So I already did a drying herbs video, but I'm just going to show you how I process it anyway if you haven't seen that video. So you can see I kicked out some of the leaves. Some of them have holes. Some of them are kind of yellow. So you just want to kick out some of those unhealthy leaves there. And so here is our gorgeous oregano here. You can go up or back. It doesn't really matter. I guess what I'm saying is towards the growth of the leaf or against the growth of the leaf. So in this case, I think it's just going to be easier to go against, so so it would be growing like this. So I'm actually going to be pulling down the stalk. So let's see if I can picture this here. So I'm going to pull down the stalk. Alright, and then for the basil, I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm actually not going to take the flowers or the seeds. I'm just going to take those beautiful leaves as you see there. Like I said, there's 1,000 different ways. Other people have their own ways of doing it. I'm just going to do it this way. Again, it would be growing like this. I am going to be pushing against the leaves. Some people want to push towards the leaves. It doesn't matter. Or you can just pluck them off individually. So again, we're just going to do it like that. And we got our leaves there. And this time, since I'm at the end, I'm just going to do it the opposite. And there you go. I just plucked some of the branch off. Okay, let's get to the meat of the sauce. So we've got, you can see it's just starting to boil here, the water. We're going to blanch these tomatoes, and we're going to start the process of deskinning these guys. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop these guys in there. So I just have the big ones. I'm going to get the little ones prepared, and then I'll get back when the blanching process has done. Okay, these have been blanching for a couple minutes, and I don't know if you can see that, but the tomatoes are starting to crack and the skin is starting to peel away, and that shows me that the tomatoes are done and ready to be peeled. Alright, so here they are, the blanched tomatoes. I already have some started over here with the skins off. Just wanted to, if you have never done this before, I'll just do a quick ditty on it. So basically when they're all done, the skins are going to be, it's going to kind of look all wrinkly and loose like that. So anyway, for the larger tomatoes, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to cut the core out. So you can see there's a couple examples of that. So just cut the core out, and then you're going to peel it. See, they actually get quite squishy there, so I'll do that off the camera. See, that one's kind of halfway. So I guess the better way to show you is on the smaller ones. So I got some already started. So I just take it where the split happens, and then I'm just going to go ahead and peel that skin off. See, it's not that difficult. Throw that out to the side, and there, and then there is another one. So basically you're just going to take it. It's kind of hard to do one-handed. So you're just going to go ahead and take that skin off. And then if you find a tomato that doesn't have that split, all you have to do is kind of pinch the top. It's easier with two hands. But basically you're just going to pinch the top and get that whole process started again. That's all the tomatoes skinned, and as you can see there, I'm actually going to take a fork and smush them a little bit more. You can actually take a hand blender or a food processor and make the breakdown of the material a little bit easier. There is the skins, and I am going to add our spices, which is the garlic, basil, and oregano. So we're just going to add those in there. And then we are going, like I said, I'm going to smush it up a little bit, and then we're going to set that to simmer. I'm going to check on it in 2 to 3 hours so everything can break down and blend. Okay people, we are almost at the 2-hour mark for the sauce. So here is what we got so far. It's breaking down nicely. You can see there is a lot of seeds, and I actually don't mind seeds. But you can see it's not too much sauce out of all those tomatoes. So we did harvest some earlier this season, and these are actually frozen. So I'm going to de-thaw these, and once they're de-thawed, the skin should come off relatively easy. So maybe I won't have to do the boiling or the blanching part. So I'm going to actually add to my sauce with more tomatoes. So, and then since this is almost done, we're going to start on the meatballs. But oh, I forgot to add that. So if you want a sauce with less seeds, you want those bigger like beefsteak or Roma tomatoes. But if you don't mind the seeds, then the tomato and grape tomatoes, that gives you more seeds in your sauce. Alright, we're coming down to the meatballs. So I usually do a 50-50 or 1-to-1 on sausage and any meat that you like. This happens to be venison because that's what we got on hand, but you can use turkey, chicken, pork, and the other most common one that I use with my sausage is beef. So you can use any of that. And I have breadcrumbs there, I have parsley and oregano there, and I have an egg, and we're going to mix it all up and we're going to fry it in the frying pan. Little progression shot here. So the meatballs are in the skillet. The sauce is finishing up without the fresh tomatoes, so you can see how nice that is, and it's getting real nice and thick. But like I said, I'm going to have to add some volume to that. and we'll check in a little bit. So the meatballs are all browned up. I put half of them in the sauce, so that's going to finish cooking in the sauce, and we're probably going to let that run for about an hour, hour and a half. The rest of the meatballs I'm going to polish off in the oven, and if you have spare meatballs, they're great. You can do a lot with them. You can actually put these all by themselves with noodles and vegetables, put them with mashed potatoes and beef gravy. I don't know, sky's the limit. Meatball subs. Anyway, it's just going to be nice to have some extra meatballs on hand. So we're just waiting on the noodles. That happens to be angel hair pasta. And look how gorgeous that turned out. How thick that sauce turned out to be. And then we just have some vegetables there. That's those vegetables are just from Costco, from their I think it's a California mix. So anyway, let me put this all together and I'll join you at the table. There it is, the spaghetti sauce and noodles. I got some beautiful bread, the meatballs, and the vegetables. So thank you guys so much for joining us for dinner. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you to my mother-in-law for breaking the recipe for the meatballs, and my husband's aunt still hasn't given up the pasta sauce recipe, but I think I'm getting close. So anyway, you guys have a great day, and we'll see you all the next time. All right, bye-bye.